Chief Edward Stevens says that before you even consider buying an ATV, it's important to know where you buy the vehicle and if you're legally able to ride it where you live.
ATVs are very dangerous. They look like they're cool and they're a lot of fun.
Woolkett Police Chief Edward Stevens is among the many putting out the warning to people about ATV safety. Over the weekend, a woman was seriously injured after being involved in an ATV crash in Bristol. Chief Stevens says his department dealt with a deadly ATV crash involving a teenager just a few years ago.
Where somebody was on property they should not have been on. It was at nighttime. They drove. There was a gate right across, like a big bar that went right across. There was a young kid. He was not 16 yet, and he lost his life.
He says as the weather warms up, more people will be buying ATVs and attempting to ride them around the state. Chief Stevens says some people in the area tried to ride their ATVs at Thomaston Dam in Plymouth. The area is a hot spot for dirt bike and trail bike riding. However, Thomaston Dam does not allow any 3- or 4-wheel vehicles.
A lot of times they're not familiar with the area they're riding them in because they don't belong there. And you have a lot of crashes because of that.
Chief Stevens says riding ATVs on public streets or highways is not only incredibly dangerous, but also illegal.
They're not allowed to be on the road because they don't have the safety equipment. They don't have direction lights. A lot of them don't have headlights. They don't have seatbelts.
In Connecticut, there are no public managed areas specifically designated for ATV riding. Getting caught illegally riding an ATV could result in a hefty ticket and getting your ATV taken away. So Chief Stevens says it's important to plan ahead when buying one or even considering buying one.
The easiest thing is if you're going to buy your child, or if you're an adult you're going to buy one, make sure you have a legal place that you can ride that on, that you can familiarize yourself with.
When legally operating an ATV, officials encourage both drivers and passengers to wear protective gear like helmets and gloves. It can make a life-saving difference when riding. In Woolkett, Alicia Hercules, Fox 61.